me to put you up, I hesitated.
It's all right to hesitate if you then go ahead. And in giving us that room, you did more than you knew. You proved that there are still good people, a fact that has been disputed of late, even in heaven. Farewell.
Farewell, farewell. Stop, illustrious ones. I'm not sure you're right. I'd like to be good, it's true, but there's the rent to pay. And that's not all. I sell myself for a living. Even so, I point man. But how? How is it done? Even breaking a few of your commandments, I can hardly manage.
These are, but the unfortunate misgivings of an unusually good woman.
Goodbye, Shintae. Give our regards to the water seller.
And above all, be good. Farewell.
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 But everything is so expensive. I don't feel sure I can do it.
That's not in our sphere. We never meddle with economics.
One moment. Isn't it true she might do better if she had more money?
Come, how could we ever account for it up above?
Oh, there are ways. As you say, you can't afford to pay a rent. Well, we're not paupers, so of course we insist on paying for our room. There. But don't tell anyone. The incident is open to misinterpretation.
It certainly is.
But there's no law against it. It was never decreed that a god mustn't pay hotel bills.
Children, have a good night.
In that hovel, the youngest is coughing already.
Oh dear.
You're going to learn a thing or two in these slums.
Slums? That's not what you said when you sold me the shop.
Now don't start nagging, robbing me and my innocent children of their home, and then calling it a slum. That's the limit.
I'll get you right.
Give you a hint or two, that's one reason we came.
Very nice, as long as you have a few customers, too.
Shh! A customer. Excuse me. I'm unemployed.
Can I help you?
Have you any damaged cigarettes? I thought there may have been some damage when you were unpacking.
What? They're begging for tobacco. Why don't they ask for bread?
Bread is expensive! One cigarette, but I'll be a new man.
That's very important. To be a new man. You'll be my first customer and bring me luck.
Was that right, Shintae dear? If this is the opening of a shop, you know the closing by the end of the week.
I bet he had money on him.
Oh no, he said he had it.
How do you know he wasn't lying?
How do you know he was?
You're too good, Shintae dear. If you're going to keep the shop, you're going to have to say no.
Tell them the place isn't yours to dispose of. It belongs to some relative who insists on all accounts being strictly in order.
Why? Now stop grumbling. Sit quietly in that corner. It can't be helped. She's in her 5th month.
Oh yes, welcome.
Say thank you. The cups are there. Lucky you bought the shop when you did.
Lucky indeed.
Miss Shintae, I am Mrs. Mitsu, your landlady. I hope our relationship will be a happy one. I like to think I give my tenants modern, personalized service. Here is your lease. There's nothing like the opening of a little shop, is there? A moment of true beauty. Not very much on the shelves, of course, but everything in the God's good time. Where are your references, Miss Shintae?
Do I have to have references?
After all, I haven't a notion who you are.
Oh, we'd be glad to vouch for Miss Shintae. We'd go through fire for her.
And
Clean enough for 10. Our little niece from the country. There are more of us than there were in your time. The less we had, the more there were of us, and the more there were of us, the less we had. Give me the key. We must protect ourselves from a monk. Yes. Make yourself at home. I'll light a little lamp.
Let's just hope her cousin doesn't drop in. The strict Mr. Sweetheart.
Into colder coldness, so sails your boat. The straight and narrow path, so sails your boat.
please continue on your way.
But you did find someone. Someone who took us in for the night, watched over us in our sleep, and in the early morning lighted our way to the street with a lamp.
It was Shantae that took you in? Who else? And I ran away. She isn't coming. I thought she just can't afford it.
Oh, you feeble, well-intentioned, and yet feeble chap. Where there's need, the fellow thinks there is no goodness.
When there's danger, he thinks courage starts to ebb away. Some people only see the seamy side.
What hasty judgment! What premature!
But that was only a joke. She hasn't got a cousin.
So early in the morning? What's all the noise?
This fellow says he's her cousin.
Tell me to prove it. Yes. If you're her cousin, prove it by getting us breakfast.
Will you all please get dressed? Customers will be coming. I wish to open my shop.
Your shop? Doesn't it belong to our good friend Shantae?
So we've been cheated. Where is the little liar?
Miss Shantae has been delayed. She wishes me to say there is nothing she can do. Now I am here. I thought she was good.
Do you have to believe him?
I don't.
Then do something about it.
Certainly, I'll send out a search party. You, and you go out and look for Shantae. Not you, grandfather. You and I will hold the fort.
You won't find Shantae. She has suspended her hospitable activity for an unlimited period. There are too many of you. She wishes me to say this is a tobacco shop, not a gold mine.
Shantae never said a thing like that. Boy. Hey. Good morning.
My cousin has the worst possible reputation, that of being poor.
No sentimental rubbish, Mr. Sweetheart. Your cousin was a common...
Pauper, let's use the uglier word.
I'm speaking of her conduct, not her earnings. But there must have been earnings, otherwise how did she buy all this? Several elderly gentlemen took care of it, I suppose. I repeat, this is a respectable house. I intend to prefer not to live under the same roof with such a person.
How much do you want?
I beg your pardon.
To reassure you.
I am here to present our official felicitations.
That means less than nothing to me, sir. Mr. Sweetheart, all I can say to you is, I hope your cousin will find my terms acceptable. Good day, gentlemen.
Good day, ma'am.
We'll be married 40 years tomorrow, and we're having a little celebration.
40 years, and you still want to celebrate?
As much as we can afford to, sir. We own a carpet shop across the square. We'll be good neighbors, I hope.
I hope so, too.
Mr. Sweetheart, you know what we need? We need capital. And how do we acquire capital? We get married.
I'm afraid I've been troubling this gentleman with my personal worries.
We can't pay 6 months' rent, so what do? We marry money.
That might not be easy.
Oh, I don't know. She's a good match. Has a nice growing business.
Hello. Coming with me?
If you'd like to buy me dinner first.
Buy you dinner? Oh, we know him. He's the unemployed pilot. Wastes no time watching him. But he's the only man left in the park, and it's going to rain. Oh, how do you know?
Were
her stuff starts carrying on. Maybe she does give us an ounce of rice now and then, but can you depend on her? Can you depend on her?
What are you doing in my shop? Get out!
But sir, they all let me.
Get out, I said! Pestering my customers with your slimy old water? Stay out! And take your cup. You had it coming.
You can report that to the police.
And that money's standing in his way, Mrs. Yang.
Well, Foley, you can help him out.
I have the shop. I can try. I happen to have $200 silver with me now. Take it. It was a loan, but they said I could repay over my tobacco stock.
And they call Sun the dead pilot of Setswan a friend in need.
We must find another 300.
But how?
I know someone who can help. I didn't want to call his services again. He's hard and cunning. But a flyer must fly, and I'll make this the last time.
If the man you say can do it. Oh, look, there's the morning mail plane headed for Peking.
The pilot can see us. Let's wave.
You know that pilot up there?
You're the pilot that...
Certainly. I'm old-fashioned enough to think that such a close relative of yours should attend the wedding.
Oh, so is it not $300 silver?
Are you deaf? Mother says she's old-fashioned, and, well, I say I'm considerate. We'll wait another 15 minutes. Another 15 minutes.
Now, as you all know, don't you, my son has got a job as a mail pilot. In Peking, too, isn't it? In Peking, too. My son and I are moving to Peking.
Soon. But whether Peking is out of the question now.
Your cousin will tell him. If he agrees, I don't agree.
And everything will be all right in the end. Oh, ye of little faith.
Oh.
So you feel dizzy when you stretch and bend. There couldn't be a little visitor on their way, could there? Well, if that's it, you could get Mr. Shufu's blanket check out of the matter. Wasn't meant for a christening present.
I'd be glad to.
And if anyone asks about them, say they're yours.
Would anyone else?
Oh, someone might. The police, for instance. They don't seem to like us very much.
I'd rather not get into any more trouble.
Listen to her, the good woman of Setswan.
There's enough tobacco in these sacks to give us a new start in life. We could start our own tobacco factory.
You'll have to put them in the back room.
We're counting on you, Shintae, dear.
Yes.
We'll see you at Mr. Shufu's cabins.
The day after tomorrow.
Yes, now go.
That poor, deserted Mr. Young's son.
I don't know why I'm doing this for you.
Perhaps your children like to eat, Mr. Carpenter.
Was my brother-in-law here?
Yes, he was.
I thought as much. I know those sacks. This is our tobacco.
Really? I thought it came out of my back room. Shall we consult the police on this point?
No.
Would you like to show me the way to Mr. Shufu's cabins?
Little brother, he was hanged, and soon God them Jingo's little brother from master.
Mr. Chen has a forest farm, which must be cleared before tonight. And already it's growing dark.
My lords the judges.
We'll never get away with
You're
her.
accused of doing away with your cousin, Shintae, in order to take control of her business. You plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Yeah.
The first witness is the policeman. I shall ask him to tell us something of the respective reputations of Miss Shintae and Mr. Shuita.
Miss Shintae was a young lady who aided the